I've just come to B&Q to pick up some paint because we're at the stage of our house renovation where we can actually start putting paint on the walls, which is really exciting. I've come to Sainsbury's to get some snacks because I am going to need them this afternoon. So many good books here. I bought this for my dad for his birthday recently, and he said it's one of the best books he's ever read, so I need to read that soon. I also really want to read this because I enjoyed the other ones in the series. Just have to make a bit of a mad dash for the car because it's really hot today, but I have felt like it's going to start raining at any point, you know, when it feels like the air feels heavy, and it just started. Got myself oat macchiato thingy and some caramel digestives. Lots of caramel going on here. Gonna head over to the house now. It's already 1 o'clock. I don't know where the day's gone. Okay, so I thought I'd give you a quick little tour of what the house is looking like at the moment. This will be our living room. Currently it's been plastered and we've done a mist coat on the walls. We painted the ceiling. So yeah, the walls need painting. Obviously there's no floor anywhere in the house, but this is all going to be light wood floor and it's going to carry all the way through to the kitchen up there. We're going to have no door frame or door here, just an opening. We've made this room slightly bigger. You can see this is where the wall used to be. So we took that wall down and we've just moved it along a bit. We just have like a slightly cozier living room and then it gives us a bit more space in the kitchen. We've got 1 coat of paint on the walls, which looks really good actually. I really like the colour. This is rock salt. Garden is looking a bit of a state at the moment. We're gonna probably have to focus on that after the house is done because house is priority at the moment. We haven't really got any storage in our hallway, so I think we'll probably just use this as like a coats, shoes cupboard. Let's go upstairs. So this is all going to be carpeted up here. So this is our bedroom. As you can see, we've got plaster on the walls. It just needs mist coat and it needs painting. This is our wardrobe. In here, these are the tiles that we're going to have in the ensuite. Can't really see very clearly, but they're like a kind of beigey, I say they're maybe like a greyish kind of colour. We've got the stairs here. This was kind of like a bit of a dead space. So I'm going to have a step here. I'll have clothes rail up here, and then at the back there I can put like storage for like suitcases or bags and things like that I don't need all the time, but just useful to use that space, otherwise that would just be wasted. And then we've got the ensuite. We're gonna have our like vanity unit here with the sink, and we've obviously got like a little bit of a shelf sort of thing up here above the toilet, and then we've also got this little inbuilt shelf. Toothbrush charger there, so we can like charge our toothbrushes on that little shelf. Big old shower. So we used to have like a little airing cupboard around here. That meant that the bath, like this ensuite, was really like a really awkward shape and it kind of cut off a lot of the space in there. So we got rid of this airing cupboard. We can just have a bit of a bigger shower and whatnot. And then this is our main bathroom, which we're probably going to leave for the time being just because everything's cost so much money and we need to save funds where we can. So as long as we have 1 working bathroom when we move in, it doesn't really matter. So we'll just leave that, leave this door closed for now. This will be sort of like a study room. So I'm thinking to have my desk here and then I can like look out the window. And then the only room that has actually been painted is this one, which is full of stuff. Painted this room, done all the skirting and everything. This is our vanity that's going to go in the bathroom. Hello, don't mind me just hopping in. I am currently editing this vlog. I thought actually it kind of makes sense to show you some clips of what the house looked like before we started doing our renovating, and so I went back and I've got some videos of what it looked like back in January. Yeah, I just thought I'd add those in so that you can see a little bit of what it looked like before and then compare it to now. This is what our living room was looking like. As you can see, we didn't have a wall up at this point, so we'd already taken that down. We had pulled out most of the kitchen. We actually, after this point, also had brought down the entire ceiling and had to put that back up again, which was fun. Up the stairs and we have the master bedroom. It was looking pretty much the same. We've just had this replastered and obviously that big ugly built-in cupboard has been taken out. I'd say the biggest change up here has been the ensuite bathroom. You can see here how much smaller it was with that airing cupboard still there. Hello. Yeah, so we took out that hot water tank and we've got a combi boiler put in now. So we've had that whole cupboard removed, and that cupboard obviously is now part of our shower, so it gives us a lot more room. The main bathroom, that obviously hadn't been ripped out, so you can see what that looked like before. Obviously, you can see that we've had all new windows and doors put in. It was hella drafty. And yeah, you can see all my books were being stored in that little room, and they are now in a storage locker. I cannot wait to have them back. Time to get changed out of these nice clothes into these disgusting clothes. Ta-da! So I've done the first coat in the kitchen with just standard Dulux paint. We were having a discussion about whether or not we should have used kitchen paint in there. I've looked everywhere and I cannot find rock salt in like the Dulux kitchen range of paint. So instead I'm going to just do the top coat in this stuff, which apparently is 20 times tougher than standard and repels liquid spills. I feel like that should be fine. I think I'm going to just carry on and finish the kitchen. I feel like it just makes sense to just finish one room and then move on to the next. I'm finding this kind of therapeutic today. Sometimes I'm in the mood to paint, and other times I'm just like not. Like last weekend I was on my period and I was just not feeling good and did not want to be doing this. But this weekend, listen to how quiet and peaceful it is here. All I can hear is the sounds of birdsong, very relaxing and peaceful. So I've gone around, you can see where I've done. It's got over here to do and here, and then I can start rolling. I've done all the cutting in, well, second coat of cutting in. I don't know how I managed to get paint literally all over myself when I do this, but I have about an hour left before I need to leave. So I think I'm gonna crack out the roller and see if I can just do another coat, and then this room will be done, which will be exciting. Tomorrow, that means I can just get started on the living room. Mission accomplished. Second coat of paint in here done. I'm really enjoying this colour. I think it's such a nice, just slightly off-white, slightly grey but not too grey. And then we're gonna have the same colour in the living room as well, just kind of like have it all the same throughout. Crazy to think that like in not too long, I'm gonna actually be living in this house. We've owned this house since December and it's now June. It kind of doesn't feel real, like it doesn't feel like it's actually going to be my home. It's now time for my least favourite job, which is cleaning off all the rollers and the paintbrushes. Got another day off of work today. I was going to go to the house again, but I ended up going Friday, Saturday and Sunday. We managed to get all of the downstairs painted, which is exciting. We've got a tiler coming in next week to tile our bathroom upstairs. There's not much point in us painting upstairs yet because so much dust is going to be created from him cutting up the tiles, so I feel like I'm at the point where there's not really that much for me to do over there, so I'm just going to have a nice relaxing day to myself, I think. It's weird being off on a Monday. Nobody else is off. Gorgeous weather. It's going to be really hot this week. This weekend it's supposed to get to like 30 degrees. So yeah, I don't really know what to do with myself today. I might go down to the beach or something. It depends how hot it gets. I kind of want to make the most of having like a free day to myself because it's rare that that happens. Just having my coffee, and I was going to read my book. I'm reading Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So good. I'm about halfway through. I think just over halfway through. But it's one of those books I feel like it's going to have like a bit of a heartbreaking ending, and I'm kind of almost dreading reading the end of it because I know it's going to be so sad, but I'm really enjoying it. It's probably my favourite of hers so far that I've read. Anyway, yeah, I was going to read that, but I've decided, I don't know, I just ended up picking up my iPad instead, and I'm going to just play some iPad games. I'm playing this game called Township, the most addictive game. But it means I'm barely getting any reading done at the moment. It's my town. You can't really see because of the sun, but you basically have a town and you grow things and you have animals and then you make stuff and sell stuff, and it's just really addictive. It's like one of those classic like mobile games that just gets you. Thought I'd come down and get some fresh sea air because I was feeling a little bit like cabin fevery, so I thought I'd get myself some chips for lunch and sit by the sea. I brought my book down because I thought I'd sit and read on the beach, and maybe there's a really nice cafe down here. I was thinking I might pop over there as well and get a coffee or something. There's a really annoying seagull that is like pestering me for my chips, so I'm trying to keep it closed and just like sneak one out every now and then. Such a beautiful day. I'm just in this little secluded spot on a rock because I don't really like sitting on the sand, especially when I'm wearing white trousers. I feel like that's an accident waiting to happen. A little bit sketchy getting down to where I was sat. You kind of have to do a little bit of rock climbing. I didn't actually end up finishing this vlog. I just ended up filming a load of clips of what I did for the rest of the day. I thought I'd do a little voiceover, so I went for a little walk around the harbour, had a look at all the boats. I just love doing this. It's just like the most relaxing activity. I found the greased weasel boat particularly funny. And then I went to this little cafe on the river, which is literally the cutest place ever. It's called Rise. And I had an iced coffee and I read some of my book. It was just really relaxing, although the people on the table next to me were being quite noisy, so I think I'm going to block out the audio from this bit. Then I went for a walk up back to the car park, drove to the garden centre and had a little browse around there. This garden centre is so gorgeous, especially this time of year. They've got so many lovely flowers and it's getting me so excited to start planting some stuff in my own garden eventually once the house is done. Had a lovely wander around, looked at some bird baths because we've got a bird bath, but I wanted like a slightly deeper one for them to properly like wash themselves in, but they didn't quite have one that was what I wanted. I also really want one of these little potting benches. They just look really cute and like cottagecore. Had a little look at all the fruit trees and the little raspberry and blueberry bushes. I really loved all the roses. Like, how gorgeous are these? They're just such beautiful colours. Had such a lovely afternoon just spending some quality self-care time, which I don't really make enough time for these days. So yeah, I'm really pleased that I did that today.